Are there any questions or comments from the reporters who are here?
Could you comment on Susan Davis and Loretta Sanchez's efforts to undermine the completion of the tollway?
Susan Davis had an amendment in the defense authorization bill which would make it more difficult to move this project forward. Loretta Sanchez supported that amendment. I'm trying to make sure that we work out some kind of an agreement that assures that that amendment does not stay in place.
If I may add very quickly, basically the amendment, if it stays in, it would allow Sacramento bureaucrats to make the decision or have the final veto on any construction regarding the 241. And again, the numbers bear it out that we need alternative routes so that there would be more productivity and also to free up the congestion.
Dan, can you comment on how do you think the Schwarzenegger administration is ultimately going to come down on the toll road?
Well, the toll road makes perfect, and specifically with this toll road, makes perfect fiscal policy and financial sense. And all the environmental concern have been taken into account, and there has been endless studies. And the latest environmental impact report was done last year to make sure that there won't be any adverse or overburden on the environment. So if there are issues or concerns on the part of the administration, all of those issues have been addressed. So I would love to have the governor come down and do an aerial tour to see for himself directly how this freeway would just increase the productivity and increase also the living standard and the quality of life here that we all enjoy in California.
The alignment can't go further north because of all the homes. It wouldn't be able to. What about going further south and deeper into Camp Pendleton? We've heard that argument. Push it further south into Camp Pendleton.
A dozen different alignments were looked at during consideration of where the final alignment would take place on the 241. The Marines will not accept the purpose alignment that goes further south into Camp Pendleton. That would kill the 241 extension on any alignment through Camp Pendleton. The only alignment that has been agreed to is the alignment that has been presently set. The Marines are not opposing that alignment, but they would oppose any other alignment that would go further south into Camp Pendleton.
If there was a new alignment, because some of the opponents of it have said, well, let's just find a new alignment that everybody can agree on. Now, would that necessitate starting the EIR process all over again?
Again, I point out a dozen different alignments were looked at over the last number of years, along with the environmental assessment work that accompanies that, determine what the preferred route is, and this is the route. Yes, you're right. If you had to determine another route, you would have to start the entire clock over again, which would take years and millions of dollars. So that's not an acceptable option.
There's no other questions or comments, and we're going to conclude here. Thank you again for coming.